All right, everyone. This is my month 16 update on my investment portfolio, which consists solely of Nvidia shares and Bitcoin, or Satoshis, if you will. For those of you who are returning viewers, welcome back. As you can see, I buzzed my head and I have a pretty significant tan. For a little over 2 weeks, I was back home in the US, spent a lot of time with family and friends, went to the beach, pool, yada, yada, yada. But I'm back here, about to go back to work and transitioning a ton right now. And, um, and yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what my investment portfolio is. This channel serves just as a tool for me to track my investment. And on top of that, to just provide transparency. I see a ton of channels on YouTube, and I've seen it over the past few years, where it's people telling you to buy this, buy that, this is the trend, don't do this, don't do that, whatever. But they don't show you their portfolio. And I get it, it's sensitive information, it's private information, it's information we use to judge others. But this channel just serves as a way for you to see what can happen if you invest. It doesn't have to be in crypto, Bitcoin, AI, whatever. It can be in whatever that you believe in. All right. And it can show you how things can play out over the long term. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So again, this is a 10-year journey for me. I started this back in March of 2024. I've been investing into Nvidia since the summer of 2023, but I'm 10 years. I'm doing this for 10 years, a decade. All right, and I have 9 more years to go of doing this. I'm going to keep tracking this. I'm going to keep updating this page, and again, it's to provide you guys transparency, and it's also a way for me to stay disciplined and to keep investing month to month. So these were my NVIDIA contributions. Sorry, I'll move this out of the way. NVIDIA contributions since 2023. All right. And this is a new chart that I've put on this monthly portfolio tracker, this deck. As you can see, in July of 2023, I invested 2,300 hours into NVIDIA. Okay. That's all I had. That's all I had. And I still remember investing into it the first time and seeing tons and tons of things of people saying it's too late to invest in Nvidia. You know, it's the hype, the big returns, those have come and gone. All right, it's not to happen again. And fast forward 2 years later, guys, Nvidia has over doubled my principal, over doubled the money that I've put into it. All right. My portfolio alone, okay, this past month, it went up only almost $4,000 when you just look at my Nvidia stack or the shares that I have. I didn't invest anything this month, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm talking $4,000 it went up on its own. All right. So for people saying that the ship has sailed on Nvidia, just like people told me in 2023, the ship has not sailed on Nvidia. It's a great time to buy. There's a very, very long runway for Nvidia, for AI, and most importantly for me, Jensen Huang and the leadership team at Nvidia. All right. Those guys are working their asses off, and they are working their asses off to stay relevant in the tech space, in the AI space in general. All right. So again, these are my contributions month to month. You can see that they fluctuated, and you're going to see here with the Bitcoin contributions over the last year, I've put a lot more into that than I have in Nvidia. Okay. So now my Bitcoin contributions, as you can see here, I did not begin this. I mean, the channel started in March, but my first investment that I put into Bitcoin was in February of 2024, not March of 2024. So I have the average monthly return up here, and I have the monthly investment amount that I've put towards Bitcoin. Okay. I am very bullish on Bitcoin. All right. We're currently sitting around a 107 or $108,000. All right. We are going to a million by 2033. Okay. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin hits 180 to 200K by the end of 2025. Very bullish on it. I don't care what these YouTubers are saying. I don't care what Squawk Box on CNBC is saying. Bitcoin is going to continue to rise in value. Adoption will increase. These treasuries, all these companies that are investing into Bitcoin long term, that will only continue to go up. All right. So these are my contributions into Bitcoin over the past 16 months. And yeah, I will continue to invest heavily into Bitcoin. I will not stop. Now, my monthly contribution amount, okay? So in July of 2025, this month, I will not be investing into either of these things. I can't. Um, I mentioned that I'm about to go back to work. In a few weeks, I'm moving to a new country with a new job, and there's tons of moving costs involved. There's tons of visa costs involved. Costs that I need for my down payment on the new apartment. Tons of stuff. All right, so I won't be putting anything in my checking account or any cash into either of these things this month. But I will say this: severance pay, and I also receive a pension for exiting the country that I'm currently in. Those will be going into Nvidia and Bitcoin. So you may not see anything this month. Come August 2025, you're going to see thousands of dollars put into Bitcoin and a small percentage of it also put into Nvidia. So nothing into the portfolio this month, but that'll change over the next few months. Now, my current portfolio value. So, here's what I love, guys, and this is what I really love about investing is that when you put enough money in and you lay that foundation down, that groundwork in, and I'll be the first to tell you, I'm putting in hundreds of dollars at a time and then injecting maybe $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 maybe once or twice a year because of bonus or because of like my wedding gift. But when you lay down that foundation, you know, you're going to create a big enough position where you can just sit there and 1 month, whether it's Nvidia, Bitcoin, or whatever your play is, it's going to go up in value. It can go down. Of course, that's going to happen. And you'll be able to see that in this next chart I show you. But it can also go up in value. Case in point is this: I'm currently at 123 shares of Nvidia. That was valued at about ju- a little under 18,000 or at $18,000 in June. We're at July now. When I was back in the US, okay, and I love this. I was at my cousin's wedding, and I look at my Robinhood portfolio that I had not looked at for a few days, and it was up over $2,000, my Nvidia position. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So, again, these things can increase in value very rapidly. And you want to make sure that even if you're not seeing results very fast, or you're not seeing results in a month, 2 months, three, four, five, six, if you believe in it and you believe in that position, it will go up. All right. So, and for me, it's Nvidia. I'm not saying it will always go up. It's not investment advice that I'm shouting out here, but it's something that you need to be aware of. Build that position and it'll pay off in the long run. So, Nvidia, 123 shares at that dollar amount. Bitcoin, 0.22. Bitcoin went up, I believe, 600 ish dollars for me. And from the previous month, we are up 7.85%. This excludes my contribution, which was none for July of 2025. And the current portfolio value we're at is $44,984.87. So, again, guys, didn't touch anything, and this portfolio amount went up 7.85%. All right. So, I'll just say one last time: lay that foundation down for yourself, track it, okay? And when those months go bad, you have those red months, it's okay. You got to stay in it. You have to even put more money into it if possible. And which leads me to this, and this is my conclusion to this video. This is the chart um, since genesis of me investing into Bitcoin and Nvidia. These two things. I invested into Nvidia summer of 2023, but I started this channel in the winter of 2024. So, as you can see here, 41,000 last month. We're now at 44. And for Bitcoin and Nvidia, it's been several green months, several of them. I will say this, between January of this year and April of this year, it was tough. All right, it was very tough. Trump came into office, and there was all this stuff with tariffs. People started getting scared. The stuff with Iran, Israel, things really escalated with that over the last 2 months. But you got to stay in it. You got to stay in. I had 4 months where I was like, all right, this kind of sucks, but I kept putting money into it, and I was just kind of hoping, hey, hoping to see some green days here, and they eventually came, right? So this is basically it, guys. This is what I've been doing for the past 16 months. And again, I'm doing this for the sake of transparency. For me, it's a tool for me to stay motivated and to track everything and just to stay disciplined with this, right? But for anyone else watching, this is totally for transparency purposes. You see all these Bitcoin YouTubers, you see all these stock YouTubers, they pump up certain things and they downplay other things, but they never show you exactly what they're doing, or at least most of them don't. And for me, I'm a regular working class guy. I'm a school teacher over in East Asia from the US, and I just want to show normal people what can happen. All right. What can happen if you invest over the course of a year? And for those of you that make more money than me, the returns you would have got would have been significantly more. I checked it this morning. I have a 101% return on Bitcoin since I started investing in it in February of 2024. 101%. And if I could have gone back, I would have put even more money into it. That's the one thing I keep saying to myself. All right. So, again, guys, I hope this is something that you enjoy. And for those of you who are just landing on this channel for the first time, I'm fully transparent. I'm down to earth. And this is what it is. I'm bullish on AI, and my vessel for that is Nvidia. And I'm also bullish on Bitcoin. I won't say crypto as a whole, but Bitcoin I'm incredibly bullish on, and I know adoption will continue to rise over the next several decades. Plain and simple. So if you enjoy the content, please subscribe, leave me a comment, and if you have any feedback or anything else you'd like to see or for me to touch on, please let me know, because it really helps me with the quality of these videos. So thanks again for tuning in. Take care.